What's up everybody, my name is Kason and welcome to another Pokemon Draft League video. This is going to be week number 1 of the SPDA and it should be really exciting. You're going to see a ton of information on the screen as this is the team that we are going to be bringing up against MSR in week number 1. If you head towards the top of the team builder here, you will see our roster on the very top with the Toronto Razor Leafs, and our roster we have Spectrier, Tornadus, Latias, Entei, Tinkaton, Blastoise, Toxtricity, Glaceon, Iron Hands, Tinglu, and Vespiquen. Now I will note Vespiquen and Latias technically are not on the roster for week 1. They will be on the roster in week 2, but I didn't want to do this graphic twice, so there you have it. And on the bottom, or rather right below, we have MSR 198's team, the St. Louis Archaludons, and they have Zebstrika, Tornadus Incarnate, Flygon, who is a Terra Captain, Baxcalibur, Braviary, who is another Terra Captain, Heatran, Satitan, Bisharp, Frostmoth, Primarina, and Slowking Galarian. He has a very scary team, but I think we have a strong one as well, and it should be a good match. On the bottom 3/4 of the screen here, we have the full sets of all the Pokemon that we are running, so if you don't want to take the time to listen to the entire team builder, you can just pause the video real quick, look at the sets, and proceed to the battle. First of all, before I get into the sets, I just wanted to let you guys know, I know in the past I have named Pokemon after members of the channel and things like that. This season, I hope it's okay, but I decided to just go with a theme, and in honor of my wife, who is an absolutely massive Stranger Things fan, I'm naming all of my Pokemon after the Stranger Things characters. So we've got none other than 11. I figured it was only fitting to have the most broken character on that show be the most broken Pokemon on my roster, and that's Spectrier, rocking the Colberberry this week to be a Dark Resist. This is mainly so that it can safely take a hit from the Bisharp on the other side, guaranteed. Bisharp can rock Sucker Punch and can potentially one-hit KO this thing if I'm not running Colberberry. So this is so that I can take one single hit and hopefully be able to get a Will-O-Wisp off on the Bisharp. He has 2 Pokemon who theoretically can kind of check the Spectrier. Otherwise, he doesn't have a whole lot of answers in terms of defensive options. The Braviary, being a normal type, can check the Ghost type damage, and Bisharp is really tanky against it and has priority. So ultimately with Spectrier, I can steal some health back from the Bisharp with the Draining Kiss, but it's not a 1v1 I really like. My hope is to catch it off guard with a Will-O-Wisp, burn it, and then just chip it down with Stealth Rock over time to the point where I can potentially set up a nasty plot, get one Draining Kiss, kill the Bisharp, and just sweep from there. That is kind of my hope for this game. I will say it's not my favorite matchup for Spectrier, just for the simple fact that he also has Snow on his team and has a Slush Rush Titan, say that 3 times fast, who can outspeed my Spectrier. He also has a Prankster Thundurus who can potentially Thunder Wave it and slow it down, so he has quite a few checks to this thing actually, and that's not even mentioning a Terra normal Flygon. But even though he has all of these checks for this Pokemon, I think Spectrier is such a strong mon in general that I'm gonna probably want to bring it almost every single week, and to leave it on the bench in week number 1 just felt like a crime. Second up to bat is our Tinglu, aka Jonathan. He's rocking the Leftovers and Vessel of Ruin ability with a ton of HP investment, 244 into SPDA and 80 into the attack. This thing is built to take special hits, especially from that Primarina, who I think is going to come this week and could be very scary. This thing can take a Specs Moonblast, which is just crazy to think since it is super effective. It has Whirlwind to basically get any Pokemon out who may be able to set up in front of me. Also has Stealth Rocks there, as there are quite a few mons on his team who are weak to Stealth Rocks, Baxcalibur and Satitan specifically. Earthquake hits most of the team for pretty good coverage, and the mons that it doesn't, Stone Edge can cover as well. Iron Hands is a mon that I'm excited about this week. With Shukaberry, we should be able to resist some Earthquakes, which could be coming from Flygon, Baxcalibur, Satitan. He has a ton of mons, even Earth Power from Heatran. He just has so many Pokemon on his team who can tech ground type attacks that I think the Shukaberry can be a pretty big advantage for us this week. We have Drain Punch for sustain and just overall good coverage into the team. Thunder Punch and Earthquake can kind of round that out, especially with the Slowking Galarian. The Earthquake can do quite a bit of damage to that thing. Swords Dance is just here in case I get a turn to basically set up, and the spread is actually pretty complicated. 160 into HP, 212 defense, 124 into SPDA, and 12 speed. I optimize this thing like crazy. This thing can take a full modest Moonblast coming out from the Primarina on the other side and can basically KO back with a Thunder Punch. So this thing is an absolute beast. and I'm really excited to use it. And of course, Iron Hands, who is going to go and smack some people around, he is going to be named Hopper this season. One of my favorite characters in the show, and one of my favorite mons, honestly, of all time is Blastoise this season. Rocking the Assault Vest and the Torrent ability. This thing is my dedicated Primarina check. I will be very, very surprised if he doesn't bring Primarina this week. I think it's just really good offensively into my team. With the move Mirror Coat, if he hits me with a special attack from something on the other side, Mirror Coat does double damage in return to that Pokemon. So it doesn't matter how much it did. If it was a special attack and he hits me for 100 HP, Mirror Coat then reverses it and does 200 to them. I do have the Rapid Spin here because he does have some hazards that he can set up on the other side, like Toxic Spikes or Stealth Rocks. Flip Turn is here for really good momentum, and Body Press is overall good coverage into the team. 252 HP and 96 into the SPDA. This thing can eat tons of hits, like I said, and also really good physical bulk, and that increased defense actually makes Body Press's damage go even higher. The next mon I'm bringing this week is Max, our Glaceon, and the reason I'm bringing it this week is not to be a Terra Captain. I don't plan on terastallizing this thing at all, but oddly, in this game, the Ice type is actually really good defensively, for the simple fact that I think MSR is probably going to try and set up the Snow to basically make Baxcalibur and Titan put in work in the snow. That being said, when that weather is set up, every Ice type Pokemon gets a +1 bonus to its defense stat. The nice thing is that Glaceon is a special attacker, so she can still hit fully well into the Baxcalibur and Titan. It's like the snow doesn't help at all, but it helps resist those hits from Baxcalibur and Titan. Max is so ridiculously tanky that we have a chance to live a +6 attack from the Titan. So even if it goes for a belly drum, we can potentially live that thing. It's a roll, but we do have 104 speed investment as well. I'm thinking that the Heatran on the other side is probably going to be the answer to the last Pokemon on the roster, but the Toxtricity, which means he's probably going to be bulky. If that's the case, we will outspeed minimum speed Heatran, and I'm hoping that's the case, because if that is, I can potentially hit it with a Mud Shot when it comes in later. We ultimately are rocking the weakness policy item because Baxcalibur and Titan both get either a fighting or a steel type move. We could potentially take that and then deal extra damage back in return. The last mon I am most excited about this week is Eddie Munson, our Toxtricity, and I just realized that the item on the screen is wrong. We are actually Choice Scarf. I was originally going to do Silk Scarf and I switched it. So we are actually rocking Boom Burst, Volt Switch, and I think Nuzzle and maybe Toxic Spikes? I'm not 100% sure. This set might actually not be right, so I apologize for that. The spread is right, the HP, special attack, and speed, but I decided to go Choice Scarf for this fight just for the simple fact that Boom Burst goes so ridiculously hard into his team. He doesn't have a Ghost type, which means every Pokemon takes damage from it, and other than Heatran, it's basically a 2-hit KO or a 1-hit KO on everything on the roster. So I'm hoping Eddie can put in some work, and I'm hoping to pick up a W in week 1 here. I'm hoping I'm not too rusty. It's been a while since I've played a Pokemon Draft League battle, but we're going to give it our all. I know MSR is a phenomenal player, so we're going to have our work cut out for us. Well, let's jump into the battle. What does he got? There's no Primarina. Holy shit. There's no Flygon? Okay, so I think this is what I want to do. I want to lead Toxtricity. Same plan as I was thinking before. Nothing's really changed from what I'm seeing here. No Prim is good. No Flygon is good. Toxtricity lead is even better now because I can freely click Volt Switch if I need. He doesn't have a ground type. So yeah, I think we're cooking here. I think we're in good shape. Best of luck to MSR. I think Thundurus would probably be best case scenario, unless he's Scarfed himself. If he's Scarfed, that kind of sucks. But other than that, I think that would be best because we could just knock him on one hit. Slowking, I don't know how much it really matters. I don't know what can one-shot us on his team here. Probably Baxcalibur, maybe with a Glaive Rush. Thunderbird is Thundurus. Okay. I think this is best case scenario. I'm going to run a calc real quick. Yeah, okay. So I'm Scarfed. If he's no bulk at all, I could kill without tearing, but I don't think it's worth finding out. And unless this guy runs Focus Blast and makes an insane call, like I don't think he can kill us one hit. So I think I literally just tear a normal Boom Burst here and see what happens. He stayed in. He stayed in unless he's Scarfed. Or Sash. I guess he could be Focus Sash, actually. I'm hoping this is a kill. He could be the normal Resist Berry, I guess. But I'm hoping this is literally just a kill right off rip. We outspeed. Unless he is Focus Sash, there's no normal Resist Berry. That is a kill. Let's go, dude. Thundurus is gone. Oh, baby. Here we go. This is a fantastic start. Toxtricity kills Thunderous. That is wonderful, and Eddie is on the board, baby. Eddie Munson doing his thing out here. Terranormal Boom Burst goes so hard, man. It's so crazy. Literally just one button, and that guy's gone. So I'm curious to see what he brings out here. If Heatran is Air Balloon, is it worth it for me to break the balloon? If it's Slow King, I don't think he can kill us with one hit. Maybe I need to kill Focus Blast if he has that. It is Heatran. Okay. Shoot, I was not paying attention. I don't even know if this thing is balloon. I was not watching. Magma Storm, if he's like max modest 252 life orb, I think can kill, but that's about it. Honestly, I kind of just want to go for this and just break things. See how this goes. Maybe he's AV. I don't think that's a 3-hit KO. He was Air Balloon. Okay, so that is now gone. He's going to Body Press. We should live this. We do. Okay. So he could go Body Press again. I think I kind of just want to go into Blastoise here. He doesn't have Primarina, right? So Blastoise can kind of just check Heatran, I think. And I want to save Toxtricity for later, because with Scarf, he could clean things up. I probably could have just went to Blastoise right away, to be honest. But since it is Air Balloon, I'm glad that's popped. And now we might have a rough idea of what that set is. Goes for Earth Power. That does nothing. 52. And now... Okay. Can I just Flip Turn here? Is there any reason I can't just Flip Turn? What would my Spectre be doing to this guy? I don't really want to go for Mirror Coat because I don't think this guy's going to stay in. And we should underspeed and get momentum. I think I'm just going to click Flip Turn. If he unless he goes for like sub, I can't imagine he's substitute with Air Balloon though. Typically you want to be like lefties if you're going to run that kind of set. So far we've seen Earth Power Body Press. He does withdraw, so we should get free momentum here. Hopefully no Rocky Helmets for any damage on us. It is on the Slowking. Okay, now, how do I want to deal with this guy here? I don't have anybody with Taunt, is the one issue. Partially tempted to go out into 11 here. This should do at least like 60% unless he is AV, which I doubt because I think he wants Chili because he's got Snow here. So I think I just go 11 and Shadow Ball for pressure and see if he either... Because I could be Specs here, and he needs to fear that, right? Because like if I'm Specs, I think Shadow Ball could kill unless he's AV or Ghost Resist Berry. So I think I just Shadow Ball for Chip. I expect the Bisharp to come in here, but I think I just Shadow Ball anyway and see how he wants to play this. He does switch, so this should be Bisharp, I would think. What is Dogman? I haven't seen that yet. It is Bisharp. So this should do 20-ish, I think. I want to say. Okay. That is probably 20. Yeah, he's probably just max HP, max attack. He could have Sucker Punch here. I did kind of want to bait this. All right. Now, before I make this play, I need to make sure. Sucker Punch should do half after the Colbur. If I burn it, it does even less. I think I just Wisp. Do I want to take Chip on this and just get the Wisp off? Or do I just go into Iron Hands? I think I'm going to Will-O-Wisp. Please land this. Please land this 11. This is huge if we can land this. I missed. Man, that is upsetting. That is really upsetting. Oh, he goes for Iron Head. Man, that is so sad. Oh, that sucks. All right, well, now I kind of have to go Hopper, I think, because I can't risk it now. That sucks, man. That Will-O-Wisp would have been so big. I guess I should have just went into Hopper, but... feels bad, man. And now he's going to switch because he called that really well. Goes into Mahamba, which is the Heatran. So he probably predicted this switch, right? He would have... Did he predict me going into Hands or Ting Lu? This thing is showing Body Press. It has Earth Power. We do have Shuka. It's got to have a Fire attack. I guess it could have Wisp also. Do I care if I get burnt right now? Is that an issue? It might be. I think I just go Blastoise to be safe. I don't think he can touch this thing. I don't think he can touch Blastoise. And I hopefully should be able to just Flip Turn out and get Prio. Goes for Wisp. Okay, so he does have Will-O-Wisp. He has Will-O-Wisp, Body Press, Earth Power. He's got to have a fire attack, I would think. Could be Flash Cannon, I guess. But he's probably got Magnum Storm, I'm thinking. I'm just going to flip. Let's go for momentum. Man, that Wisp missing really sucks. Because now Spectre is really chipped. I don't think it's in, like, Ice Shard range. I should actually be calculating that, too. I mean, if it's, like, choice band for either one, it would be an Ice Shard range. But otherwise, I don't think so. He does switch. He goes into Yeti. I don't think I've seen that. So that is Titan. Just goes raw Titan. Interesting. Oh, man. I think I just blow this thing up with Toxtricity, right? Hold on. All right. If this guy is no bulk, it's guaranteed 99.5%. So even if he has some, this should basically kill. This might seem... Actually, hold on. I need to calc. Can he kill me with Ice Shard? 115 out of 305, 37%. I think he can kill with Ice Shard. That's actually really disappointing. So I think I just go Hopper then. I think I go Hopper here. And I hope that he goes for like an EQ. And I just shrug it off with the Shuckaberry and Drain Punch back. And if he goes into Glow King, he goes into Glow King. And then if he does that, I'll probably just go for an EQ. He's going to withdraw. So this is probably Slow King. I believe that is Slow King. Yep. So good swap. But I think it's worth just going for the Drain there. I don't think it's really worth predicting. Now, this guy, we haven't really seen anything from him yet. I could go into Ting Lu to get my rocks up here. Do I do that, or I just go for an Earthquake here? I'm just going to click EQ here, I think. So he is Shuckaberry. Okay. So now, does he go for damage here? I might have made a mistake here. If he just goes for damage here, this could be a mistake. Goes for Future Sight. Okay. So now, am I okay going into Ting Lu now? I think I go into Ting Lu, and I can always Whirlwind whatever comes in if it does, if I need to. Or I can go into my Glaceon. Man, this is a good fight so far. This is really good. Turn 1 was so good for me, but honestly, like... Man, that Wisp missing is so bad, because now I think I'm in Ice Shard range. Depending on the set for Baxcalibur and Titan. So he does go for Chili. So who does he go into? Does he go into Bax or Titan? I assume it's Slush Rush Titan. He could go into Bax here, though. See which one he wants to opt for. See what he goes. Goes Godzilla. Okay, so that's Baxcalibur. So how do I want to do this? Do I want to mess with this at all? Not really, right? I think I just want to go into Glaceon. I can always roar it out if I need to. I think that's what I want to do. Because I really want to keep Ting Lu healthy for some of the special attackers. So like Glow King and... So we have the Shuka popped. We have Air Balloon popped. He does go for D-Dance, so I need to roar right now. I don't think I can mess with this. Actually... Oh, I forgot about the Future Sight, dude. I think oh my god, I might have just thrown. Oh no. I might have just thrown. I completely forgot about the Future Sight. That is really bad. Okay, I'm at 46%. Adamant. Oh no, that's not +1. Yeah, I just get shredded here. I get absolutely shredded here. I have to hope he gets greedy, I guess. He's just gonna attack, I think. Yeah. I think I threw. That crit doesn't matter. That's really bad. I think I need to go into Hopper now. He could go for EQ here. He just Glaive Rushed. Right? So I think that means he takes more damage this turn. I need to look up that move. Oh, until its next turn. No, so it does not take double damage. If it Glaive Rushes me here, I'll kill with a Drain Punch, I think. Probably. It's close, actually. I don't think I have any other play, though. I think I just have to do this, right? I don't think there's anything else for me to do. If he EQs, we eat it with the Shucka. If he EQs, that's best case scenario, because we might live that and a Glaive Rush, potentially. Okay, he did go for EQ. As long as we don't get crit or anything. 317 out of 489. We should Drain Punch back, and we should live the next hit as well. So that's huge. We should KO next hit with Drain Punch. And I'm going to keep him honest here. I can't afford to make any predictions here. I have to just Drain Punch. He probably goes into Glow King. No, he doesn't. He just attacks. Okay. So we live. We kill Excalibur. So that is something. Okay. We're in pretty rough shape, though, right now. It's kind of tough, to be honest. Snow stopped, which is good, actually. So he does not have speed boost if he brings in Titan. Dude, Iron Hands is such an animal. That was +1 Earthquake. He ate 2 of them. I know one was Shookaberry, but that's actually insane he took that. What a freaking monster, dude. This is why I said this guy was a value. That's absolutely insane. Now, what are you going to do? What can you do? I'm assuming you're going to Earthquake. I mean, he kills with an Earthquake and enough hits on an Icicle Spear, I think. Actually, I don't even know if he kills on Earthquake. He might have to be banded. I think he can high roll and kill. I kind of just want to go Blastoise here. How well can Ting Lu handle this? I think that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to go Blastoise. Whew, that was close. I don't know if this is a mistake or not, because maybe I need to keep Blastoise around for the... Goes for EQ, okay. So I think that was the right choice. We take 130. Burn does about 20. We might live this. We maybe live this. That was a lot of damage. Hold on. Wait a minute. I am pretty confident that is Choice Band. I am pretty confident. So we can flip turn for free. I hope he stays in. He does. I actually kind of... Okay. It doesn't really matter that we die here, I don't think. Because I'm 99.9% sure this guy's Choice Band. Which means we can come in with Choice Scarf, Toxtricity, and Revenge. Man, this is dicey, dude. Because this guy should not be able to click Ice Shard. And even if he does, if he's not Choice Band, I don't think it kills anyway. But I'm pretty sure he's banded. And he's got to decide whether he wants to keep this thing around. Heatran's the only one that can take a hit from this thing. If he goes to Heatran, then I think I go to Ting Lu. It sucks that I haven't gotten Rocks up yet. I had... Like, a big part of my strategy was to get Rocks up early, and I haven't done that yet. He withdraws, so he wants to keep this thing around. So he knows he pressures with the Ice Shard. I want to kill that thing so bad, because I think it pressures both this and Spectrier. That is a chunk of damage, but I don't think it KOs on the next one. Actually, does it? No, it doesn't. No, it definitely doesn't. I think I just need to go in here and get Rocks up. That's my play. I just need to get Rocks up. Goes for Earth Power. That was a crit. We took basically nothing. Okay, hold on. Who do we have left? We have Glow King, Heatran. Bisharp is still there. Bisharp is annoying. Bisharp could win this game still for us. I need to keep hands up for Bisharp if he has Sucker Punch. I'm just going to rock. He did Wisp, okay. Alright, we kill this with EQ. Is that what I want? Or do I want to chip something with Rocks? I think we just EQ, right? Is there any reason I don't want to do that? If he does that, he brings in Slow King, and he goes for Chili, right? If he does that, then I just click Whirlwind, I think. Goes for Body Press. That's a lot of damage. It's more than I would like to see. That's a crit. Man, he's gotten 2 crits on me. That's rough. 2 crits plus the Wisp miss, honestly, is kind of rough. Ting Lu does get a kill. That's really unfortunate. That crit, but we're going to make do with it. So he has Titan, Slow King, Bisharp. Just goes for Slow King here. If he gets the snow up, do I lose instantly? I think I do, right? What do I do if he does that? I think I have to click Whirlwind. I don't know how I can win this. This is going to be really hard. He goes for Chili. Problem is he gets to pick who he goes to now. If he's smart, he's going to pick somebody not named Titan. The only thing is, Titan is banded. If he bans into the wrong move, I think he kills everybody with Ice Shard, though. Yeah, he's smart. He's going into Bisharp. I gotta hope that this brings in Slow King. I gotta hope this brings in Slow King. Damn it. I think I lose now. I think I lose. I think Ice Shard just kills everything. If he has Ice Shard, maybe not. Maybe Iron Hands can pull something. What do I go for here? I don't really want to let him reset his move. This guy, does he have Icicle Spear? I think he's going to have to go for that to kill me. I kind of want to go for a Stone Edge here. Goes for Icicle Crash. That can miss. Okay. Does that kill Hands? I need Hands to live this. I need Hands to live this, and I need to go for a Drain Punch. He's gonna switch to Slow King, right? But I can't make that prediction though. I have to do this. How many turns of snow are left? 3. 1, 2, 3. Just enough. I don't think I can win this. It's gonna be really hard. He has to stay in. He has to think that this kills, and he has to stay in. He stayed in. Live this, please. Hands. Hands might have just saved the game a little bit. 149? What was I at before? I'm at 30. I had more than that last time. Man. Can I win with anyone in the back? I don't think so, man. Shit. I don't think there's any way for me to win this. Unless he misses. He has to miss Icicle Crash, I think. Dude, that extra crit in the no burn on Bisharp is brutal because I'm in Ice Shard range on Spectre. I know this looks stupid. But this thing isn't really useful anyway. He lands it. I need him to miss an Icicle Crash just like I missed a Wisp. I think it's the same accuracy. I need him to miss one. From what I'm calculating, Icicle Crash has an 87.5% chance to Oko Iron Hands here. I don't think it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter. I don't know why I'm even bothering. It's not going to matter because Bisharp can clean up at the end. I don't think there's anything I can do there. It's unfortunate. I need him to miss. Please miss. Come on, man. And he gets the kill. Oh, well, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This was kind of a disappointing start to this season. I mean, it was a good game. It was close, but yeah, I don't know. There's not much to do anymore. Yeah, I mean, Bisharp's not chipped enough for me to kill with anything. I don't think Overdrive has a chance to para. Yeah, I don't think it matters. Electricity will get a kill. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. Honestly, kind of a bummer way to start week 1. I really wish that Will-O-Wisp didn't miss. If that didn't miss, I could have brought in Spectre later at least. Gone for another Will-O-Wisp, had another chance at that. But I was in a spot where he's Choice Banded and Ice Shard is in range to kill him. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just unfortunate. I'm sure this guy probably has Sucker Punch anyway, so he probably just wins with that. But it doesn't really matter. I think I would have to crit or, like, para with this, and I don't even think this has a chance to para. Yeah, he has Sucker Punch, and he crits again. Okay. All right, well, GG's. GG's MSR. No bad blood to him. I mean, he's a cool guy. Unfortunate, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just outplayed me. Maybe he didn't play well enough to my outs. I mean, he had a good game plan. He did a nice job. I was just bummed about that Will-O-Wisp miss and those couple crits, honestly. But who knows if that really matters at the end of the day. All right, guys, future case on here. I'm about to film my week 2 video, but I just wanted to go over a couple of things from week 1 that I felt like I could have done better and hoping to keep in mind for this week. This week number 1, I'm showing the moment here where I clicked Boom Burst in front of the Heatran. First of all, I wasn't paying enough attention to know for sure whether this thing was Air Balloon or not, so I really need to keep my eyes on the field. And all of a sudden, this feels like also a huge mistake by me by clicking this in front of the Heatran. With this team that he had, Toxtricity was ridiculous into his roster. The fact that with Choice Scarf, I outsped basically everything on the enemy team, I don't think that this trade was anywhere near worth it for me. I didn't super think about the body press coming out from the Heatran, but regardless, this is not a trade that was worth it and not something I should have done. I had other mons that can more safely switch into this thing, and I really should have just pivoted in this moment. And I think just the lesson to take from this was that for me, recognizing if I have one Pokemon who is ridiculously strong into the enemy team, especially if it's a Scarfer, just to keep it healthy for later in the game. My thought at the time was that I could break it and not die to any one hit so that I can leave it for later. But the fact that I got low enough from this to die from a Choice Band Ice Shard from the Titan was honestly one of the deal breakers in this game. If I wasn't low enough for that, I would have been in much better shape throughout the rest of this game, and I feel like Toxtricity could have put in a ton of work. Another mistake that I feel like I made last week was right here. So I had my Spectre out in front of his Bisharp, and obviously Bisharp is the answer to this thing. But at this point, I already dealt some chip with the Shadow Ball. I don't think clicking Will-O-Wisp here was necessary. I think it was just too risky. Even though it's an 85% accurate move, 85% of the time, this play works for me just fine, right? I land the burn, whatever attack he goes for is fine, and then I can live a second one guaranteed. But the thing is, the risk is not worth the reward. Even though 85% of the time that play works out, that 15% of the time, it puts me into a spot where this game becomes incredibly difficult for me to win. So even though the odds are kind of in my favor for that play to work out, I think sometimes I need to just analyze like, okay, what's the worst case scenario if I do miss this attack? And for me, having both my, fast Pokemon, my Eddie and my Spectre here, like chip down crazy early, made this game way harder than I think it ever needed to be. So in this spot, I also probably could have just conditioned him into thinking that I don't have anything for the Bisharp with my Spectre, right? I could have just swapped Spectre out, and then later in the game, if I have Spectre out there, he switches Bisharp in. He may not even think that I have Will-O-Wisp because I didn't go it for the first time. And by that time, when I do go for it, I can have him chip down with Stealth Rocks and things like that. And so I think this was just a pretty big blunder on my part. I can blame the RNG for missing. This game was a little frustrating on the RNG, but there were so many things that I did wrong that I think really mattered way more than the RNG on this one. The other big one, I said it in the middle of the fight. I can't believe I missed this, but man, oh man, keep track of Future Sight. Glaceon was built in a way that it literally would just shut this down. This +1 Baxcalibur would not have been an issue for me whatsoever. This thing was built to take it. But man, it was ridiculous. I should have stayed in with Ting Lu here. I should have just stayed in and clicked Whirlwind. If he takes out my Ting Lu, he takes out my Ting Lu. It's fine. But Glaceon, catching this Future Sight put me in a spot where I could narrowly die to this +1 Baxcalibur, and honestly, it made the game 100 times harder. So as much as the RNG was rough this week, guys, I think I made 3 pretty huge blunders, and I'm just going to go ahead and blame Rust. It's been a little while since I played. I hope that's the case. I hope I start to play better throughout the season. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching throughout this video. Hopefully I wasn't too tilted. Hopefully it was still enjoyable. But I think we're going to bounce back this week, or at least week 2 against Nova. Should be a good one. So hope I catch you guys in the next one. You guys have a wonderful day.